What if every person had a happiness score that dictated their salary? Imagine a world where every individual's salary was determined by a happiness score, a metric that reflects their overall sense of well-being, contentment, and fulfillment in life. This concept raises intriguing questions about how society, workplaces, and economies would shift if happiness became the main driver of financial compensation. Let's explore the potential implications of such a system and how it might reshape our world. 1. Redefining the purpose of work. If happiness were tied directly to income, work itself would likely undergo a profound transformation. Employees would no longer solely be motivated by traditional metrics like job title, workload, or prestige, but by their emotional satisfaction and fulfillment. This could lead to a more balanced and human-centered approach to careers, with people pursuing professions that align with their passions and interests rather than simply working for financial gain. As a result, jobs in industries such as mental health, the arts, and social work might receive greater recognition and higher pay, as these careers contribute significantly to individual well-being. In contrast, jobs that are highly stressful or toxic could see a drop in appeal, as people seek positions that promote happiness over financial incentives. 2. The impact on workplace culture. A happiness-based salary system would likely lead to a dramatic shift in workplace culture. Organizations would place greater emphasis on creating environments where employees feel supported, valued, and content. This could include offering flexible work hours, mental health resources, opportunities for personal development, and fostering a sense of purpose within the company. Additionally, companies might focus on the emotional well-being of their staff, promoting work-life balance and providing opportunities for workers to engage in activities that bring them joy. The workplace could become less about rigid schedules and deadlines and more about creating a positive, supportive atmosphere that enhances employees' happiness and, by extension, their salary. 3. A new kind of competition. Rather than competing for promotions or monetary rewards, employees might compete to improve their happiness scores. This could lead to a focus on self-improvement, mindfulness, and emotional intelligence as ways to increase one's score. In such a scenario, individuals would likely engage in practices that boost mental health, such as meditation, therapy, and fitness, in hopes of achieving higher salary benchmarks. However, this could also introduce new pressures. Some people might feel the need to constantly measure up in terms of their happiness score, potentially leading to unhealthy comparisons or striving for an unattainable level of contentment. This pressure to be constantly happy could overshadow the natural ups and downs that come with life, leading to unrealistic expectations. 4. Addressing inequality and disparities. While the intention behind linking happiness to salary may be to create a more equitable system, it could also highlight or exacerbate existing inequalities. Factors such as socioeconomic background, access to mental health care, and personal circumstances could influence a person's happiness score. For example, individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds or those facing systemic barriers might struggle to attain the same happiness score as those with more privilege, despite working equally hard. In such a system, policymakers would need to account for these disparities and ensure that individuals have equal opportunities to improve their happiness, regardless of their external circumstances. This could lead to the creation of programs that offer support, such as free therapy, access to education, or community-building initiatives to level the playing field for everyone. 5. Mental health as a core metric. With happiness being a determining factor for salary, mental health would become a central focus of society. The importance of psychological well-being would be recognized as critical not only for personal health but also for financial success. Mental health professionals, wellness coaches, and personal development experts could become highly sought after, as people work to improve their happiness scores. Workplaces might integrate mental health days, emotional support resources, and stress-relieving programs, recognizing that an individual's mental and emotional state directly impacts their productivity and income. The stigma around mental health could diminish significantly, as individuals would be encouraged to prioritize their mental health in the pursuit of greater happiness and, ultimately, higher earnings. 6. The potential for manipulation. One concern with tying salary to happiness is the potential for manipulation of the system. People might feel pressure to artificially inflate their happiness score, either by presenting a facade of contentment or by resorting to external measures, such as medication or temporary solutions, that boost happiness in the short term but do not lead to long-lasting fulfillment. Furthermore, individuals with high levels of resilience or those who are naturally able to maintain a positive outlook may benefit disproportionately, while those who struggle with long-term happiness may be penalized, even if they are working hard and making significant strides in their personal growth. 7. Redefining success. In a world where happiness dictates salary, the definition of success would shift dramatically. People would no longer see financial wealth as the ultimate indicator of success. Instead, they would measure their achievements based on their emotional and psychological well-being. Career paths might become less about earning power and more about making a meaningful contribution to society, living authentically, and enjoying life. The concept of work-life balance would gain even more importance, as individuals would recognize that their happiness is just as critical as their professional success. This might prompt society to redefine how we value different professions, shifting focus away from purely financial gain to a broader view of fulfillment and well-being. 8. The role of technology and data. In order to implement a happiness-based salary system, society would need to rely heavily on technology and data collection. Happiness scores would likely be tracked through surveys, biometric data, and behavioral analysis. Wearables and apps might become ubiquitous tools for monitoring emotional health, helping individuals track their moods and activities in real time. While this could lead to greater awareness of mental health and happiness, it could also raise concerns about privacy and data security. People might feel uncomfortable with constant surveillance of their emotional state, and there could be fears about how this data might be used or manipulated, especially in a competitive work environment. 9. Economic growth and productivity. A happiness-based salary system could have mixed effects on overall economic productivity. On one hand, happier employees are often more productive, creative, and engaged. By fostering a work culture centered around well-being, companies could see increased innovation, lower turnover, and higher levels of employee engagement. On the other hand, if people prioritize happiness over financial rewards, certain industries or sectors that require long hours or intense competition might struggle to attract talent. Additionally, individuals may choose to work fewer hours or pursue more fulfilling but less financially lucrative careers, which could impact national economic output and lead to changes in how industries function. 10. Global happiness. A new metric for society. If happiness were a global metric for salary, it could prompt countries to rethink their approach to national well-being. Governments might place greater emphasis on policies that prioritize citizens' happiness, such as improving access to healthcare, reducing poverty, and creating social safety nets. International organizations might measure success not just by GDP but also by the overall happiness of a population, encouraging a more holistic approach to governance and policy. Countries that prioritize emotional well-being and happiness could see a rise in overall satisfaction and quality of life, fostering a culture of compassion, equality, and collaboration across borders. Conclusion. A new era of well-being. Tying salaries to happiness would be a radical departure from our current economic and social systems. While it could lead to more meaningful work, improved mental health, and greater empathy in society, it also presents potential challenges related to inequality, manipulation, and the overemphasis on external measures of happiness. Ultimately, such a shift would require a re-evaluation of how we define success, work, and well-being, encouraging a world that places emotional fulfillment at the center of human achievement.